All right, so let's take a look at using Virtual Programming Lab in Moodle with the Haskell programming language. All right, so we're going to add an activity in Moodle, or e-class. It'll be a Virtual Programming Lab activity. We're going to give it a name, and this is going to be an auto-graded assignment. Basically, we have to do a Hello World in the program, and we're going to check it against Hello World within Virtual Programming Lab. All right, give a little short description, and typically with students it's a good idea to have a longer description as well that they can refer to. It'll be graded out of 100. I hit save and display now, and hit the gear icon right here to specify the local execution servers. Now, for this example, I'm going to use the Spanish developers VPL server. But if I was running it off for real off of Moodle, I would add in the server there in this box right here, and I would say end of jails at the very end. All right, next up, we have to specify execution options. So we're going to say that we want Haskell as the programming language. So we specify it right there. We want to be able to give the students the run and evaluate options, and we're going to be doing automatic grading as well. Hit save options, and we move on to the next step. So back up to the gear, and we're going to specify execution files. Now in this case, we're just going to that last tab right there, VPL evaluate.cases, and this is where we specify what it is that we want to verify that the students have produced. So this is test case number 1, and the output needs to say hello world. If the student gets this, they get 100% on the assignment. So that's the string that we're going to be evaluating. I hit the save icon, the diskette, and go back up into the root of the assignment, hit the gear, and now we're going to look at the requested files. Now this is going to be the template that's given to the students. You can make it complete or partially complete. What's important is you give it a good name and a good file extension, one that is recognized as a Haskell program file. All right, so now I'm going to edit this. This is going to be my student template. Now, admittedly, I've never programmed in this language before. I'm just doing it because I think that some people might be interested in it to see how it works in Virtual Programming Lab. So pardon me for looking amateurish, because I am right here. So this is going to be how you output hello world. Hit the save button. This is the template. It could have been less complete, so the students could have had more of a challenge, but we'll leave it at that. All right, next up, I need to switch over into student mode. So in Moodle, we have access to demo student mode, so that's what I'm doing. I'm going to fake student mode. So this is how it looks like from the student perspective. So I click on the assignment, I go into the edit tab, and I could modify the code in here if I needed to. Another way to get access to this is to go through the gradebook. And so if I'm a student, I go through the gradebook, I look for an assignment that hasn't been graded yet, like this one right here. Click on it, and I'm back. Hit the tab button called edit, and I run it, save it, then run it with the rocket, just to make sure it works. And it says hello world. And now I switch over to evaluate, that's the checkbox. I hit that, and I now evaluate the program for grades. And here's the result. Drag that out a little bit. 1 test run, 1 test passed, and the proposed grade is 100. I go and take a look in the grade book, and I should see a grade of 100 for this particular assignment. And there we have it. Got 100. Student should be happy. Excellent. There you go.